What's up, everybody? It is December 12th here on the Mash and Drum Advent Calendar. Christmas getting closer, the weather's getting colder, and nothing warms me up like some of my favorite Christmas songs of all time.
Oh, I know what song you're listening to.
I don't think you do.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. But we are going to talk a little bit about the best-selling Christmas songs of all time.
Oh, I know who number one is.
Maybe in your tiny heart you think you know what it is.
How dare you?
It's hard to tell these days what exactly the best-selling Christmas songs of all time are because, some of these songs and these classics go all the way back to the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. But according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the best-selling Christmas song of all time is Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
Okay, then I know what number two is.
So other popular songs are All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey, which seems to play on the radio about 4,000 times, more than any other song that you hear each and every year. On top of that, you have Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee, Last Christmas by Wham, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Gene Autry, Sleigh Ride by the Ronettes, A Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives, and then rounding out the list, you have Do They Know It's Christmas by Band-Aid.
So no mention of Grinch in the top 10.
Grinch, no, I think you were in the top 25 though, which is pretty good. You're talking about all time. That's a pretty good spot to be in. Is that the only song you like to listen to at Christmas? Is your own song?
No, I have one other song I really love.
Well, which one is that?
Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
All right, that's kind of a classic. Any reason why?
Yes, because it's a song about a grandma getting run over by a reindeer.
All right, that sounds fair. My number one song that I like to listen to during Christmas time is...
You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch?
No, will you stop interrupting me? It's actually Nat King Cole's Chestnuts Are Roasting on an Open Fire. I love that song. Every time I hear it, it makes me think of the holidays. So let me know down in the comments what your favorite Christmas song is of all time. Let's come up with a list. I tried to come up with like my top 5. I have Frank Sinatra, also Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas up there as well. And while I do like Gene Autry's version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, my favorite version is actually from Dean Martin. There's something about the way he sings it that I love. But let me know down in the comments your top 5 songs of all time.
Am I in your top 5?
Listen, you're not in my top 5, but I can say I do use your song as my ringtone.
Okay, I like that.
Does that mean you're not gonna take a big Grinch in my stocking?
Too late.
Is that what stinks upstairs?
Sorry, I had something spicy the other day.
Dude, you're nasty. Day 12, here we go. What's up, folks? I'm Jason C, and welcome back to the Mash and Drum. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and help me keep climbing to 100,000 subscribers here in 2024 and into 2025. Thanks so much. You guys know the deal. I have 25 different samples. This is sample number 12, and this one comes to you from Ben Singer. So Ben Singer, one of my patrons, sent me the sample, so time to just dive right into it, and let's see what we got here. Thanks, Ben, for sending this along. Oh, this looks dark. I love pouring a nice dark whiskey. All right, yeah, look at that. Holy crap. It's got like this tinge of like a ruby red color in it. All right, I'm excited. Here we go. Let's see what Ben sent. Well, let's see what, oh. All right. This is like, oh my gosh. It smells familiar, but I'm gonna need to taste it. But like, I'm like salivating just thinking, just nosing this bourbon. All right, so this is an absolute brown sugar bomb. All right, I do think there's some high H here too. Now, I got fooled yesterday with that Still Austin. That was amazing, so I'm hoping I can get back on track here. But that was such a good whiskey. Man, it also has a little bit of a smokiness to it. I'm really picking up the barrel char, the brown sugar, hint of a medicinal cherry, and wow, it's proofy too. This smells like King of Kentucky levels. Like, that's where we're at, or like George T. Stagg. Like, I feel like we're in this upper echelon of bourbons here. So I do think it smells like a bourbon. All right, let's give it a try. I'm excited. Holy crap. Jesus, is this hazmat? Wow. That'll put some sauce on your meatballs. Holy, wow, that is powerful. I feel like I've had this before, and I kind of feel like I might know what it is. If it's not what I think it is, then I'll be surprised, but I still think it's going to be a good guess. So again, front of the palate, just an immediate burst of brown sugar, a little bit of chocolate, hint of cherry too. I feel like there's a little bit of that there, but just the caramel and vanilla that just coats the palate. Then it kind of works its way back into this really long finish, spice. This is an exceptional bourbon. This is the bourbon that all bourbon should be. I mean, this feels a little bit stag-ish. Again, King Kentucky, I'm getting a lot of age here. I think we're looking at, I'll say at least 12 years. I think it's gotta be 12 to 15 maybe. Like I said, proof on this is pretty high. But the more you sip this, the more the oak gets prevalent, but not in a bad way. Sometimes oak can be really bitter, kind of take over, almost kind of give you this this really harsh drying effect, this astringent oak note. That's not what's happening here. This is beautiful, well-aged oak. I'm sticking with about 12 to 15 years old, like kind of somewhere in that range. I feel like this is gonna be only one of 3 bottles. This is either a George T. Stagg, this could be an Elijah Craig barrel proof pirate bottle, or it could be a King of Kentucky. Now, King Kentucky, I think, gets up to 16, 17 years old. I mean, it could be that high. I don't know, I might have to rethink the age, but I think it's one of those 3 bottles. I don't think there's enough cherry for me to say it's a Stagg. Usually Stagg, I get a lot of cherry. This isn't giving me cherry. It's giving me a small hint of it, but not as much as I feel like I would get if it was George T. Stagg. Or like that cherry cola note. King of Kentucky. This could be King of Kentucky too. I feel like it's either that or it's a pirate bottle from Elijah Craig. The old school Elijah Craig barrel proof pirate bottles. As far as what I would pay, because I like it so much and because I have tried this before and I think it's exceptional, and I'd probably pay $350 to $400 for a bottle of this. I think it's that good. And that I mean, whether it's now King Kentucky, if it is King Kentucky, you know, we're probably looking at even a higher price threshold than that. But those Elijah Craig pirate bottles can be anywhere from $350 to $400 to $450, depending on which batch it is. But I think we're in that echelon of bourbon here. Stagg, Elijah Craig barrel proof, King Kentucky. Those are the big 3 for me, man. They're exceptional bourbons. I think it's a Heaven Hill pirate bottle. I really do. I'm getting that nuttiness. King Kentucky sometimes gives me that little bit of an acetone kick, and I'm not really getting that here. I'm gonna guess that this is Elijah Craig barrel proof, a pirate bottle. Just because I have a few of myself, I've enjoyed them, I absolutely love them, and it's completely just taking me back there. So let's find out what it is. Ben Singer writes, ahoy matey. This bourbon is Elijah Craig barrel proof, batch 11, a pirate bottle. And what I say the proof was, about 135. This one, batch 11, is 139.4 proof. This is one of the best batches in the entire lineup, a minimum of 12 years old. And then he writes, they don't make them like they used to, or do they? Ben, I don't think they don't. This is probably one of my favorite bourbons of all time. Elijah Craig barrel proof pirate bottle, batch 11. I wasn't sure what batch it was, like I said, but I said it's got to be at least 135, maybe hazmat, and it was. This is bourbon how it should be, man. I love it. This is so cool that he sent this sample. And my second headshot, maybe, of the year, I called the Coy Hill, and now I called this one out. So pretty happy with today's results. December 12th, loving it. Ben Singer, thank you so much. Elijah Craig barrel proof pirate bottle, batch 11, 139.4 proof. Incredible. All right, guys, well, hope you enjoyed day 12 here on the Master and Drum and the Advent Calendar. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button below. Please hit the like button. And if you haven't yet, find me on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments if you've gotten to try one of these beautiful Elijah Craig Pirate bottles here before, what you thought of it. Do you think they as highly of them as I do? And with that said, like I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share with. Cheers, and I'll see you tomorrow again for day 13 of the Advent Calendar on the Master and Drum. Cheers, folks.